Hello and welcome. My name is Emily and I like to talk about music, but I also like to talk about movies and TV shows. And today I want to talk about something that encompasses movies and TV shows. See, the holidays are now upon us. And with all the stress and everything, sometimes we throw by the wayside our favorite things about the holiday season. See, one of my favorite Christmas traditions is once December starts, my dad and I break out the Christmas music and we go hardcore when we sing to it in the car or wherever we are. And of course we stick with a lot of the classics. White Christmas, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Frosty the Snowman, obviously. But one of the things that really makes it a holiday for us is the Venture Brothers Holiday Havoc playlist. You're probably wondering what the hell that means, what I'm talking about. Well, let me preference this here. The Venture Brothers is an adult animated show that aired on Adult Swim from 2003 to 2018 with a movie in 2023. Now, the show needs to be brought back, and I will stand by that statement for the rest of my life. The creators are not done. They have said so. They would be glad to come back. Bring it back. Anyway, I don't care who does it. Just let them have their fun. Let them create their show, and everything's cool. But every few years or every year, depending on how the timing works for them, the creators Doc Hammer and Jackson Public get together as they are two of the main voice actors and voice the majority of the characters, and they record Christmas songs. Yes, you heard that right. As the characters, they create these scenarios or they just perform them, and they perform the Christmas songs. Now, I've been listening to these since I was a little kid. So, it is a huge part of it, and I just always think of it very normal, as a normal thing that happens during the holiday season, but you probably don't. So, you're probably wondering why the hell would these two guys take time out of their day, out of their lives, to do this? Well, it's fan service, simple as that. Per an Instagram post from Doc Hammer, he writes, and I'm going to look over so I can accurately tell you what's going on, because I have notes. We do them because we love you, and would send you each a handcrafted card with glued noodles and glitter if we could. But I hate glitter because it takes 3 years to clean up, and I haven't worked in macaroni since grade school. So they give us these Christmas songs every year because they love us so much. And it's not every year, it's every so often, but I digress. There are more songs than there are seasons of the Venture Brothers, fun fact. But that's irrelevant here because I'm not talking just about the Venture Brothers. I'm talking about these Christmas songs. So if you don't know the Venture Brothers, you're probably not going to have any interest in what I'm talking about. But you're also probably wondering, how good are they actually? And what are they about? Well, sit back and relax and do whatever it is you like to do when you watch videos like this. And let's talk about the Venture Brothers Christmas songs, a topic you might care about, but probably not. And please note, I love every single one of these songs. They are always on repeat from Thanksgiving, or this year, a week before Thanksgiving, to Christmas. Never stopping. Every day. It goes hard. So, when I rank them, it's not because I think any of them are bad. It's because I love them. And I just have preferences, as everyone does. So, there are 13 of these songs. And coming in at number 13 is Baby It's Cold in Here. Baby It's Cold in Here, 2011. Now this is somewhat of a cover of Baby It's Cold Outside, but it's different. See, as a surprise, Dr. Mrs. the Monarch taught the henchmen jazz. Yes, jazz. But, unfortunately, the night of the surprise, which is when they're going to record this Christmas song, there was a fight between them, or something happened after the guild Christmas party that makes the monarch upset with Dr. Mrs. the Monarch. So, instead of actually doing the words to Baby It's Cold Outside, they have an argument to the music, and I think it's a very creative approach to it. I love it a lot. I'm taking off my watch, please ignore me. And I think it's a very fun song. And I love that the lyrics are like the fight. And don't get me wrong, I love it a lot. It just has never been one that I've always been overly obsessed with like I have other ones. So that's kind of why it lands here. Number 12 would be A Spaceman Came Traveling 2021. As a major surprise to me, this is actually a real Christmas song, And I never thought it would ever be. And I will say that the Venture Brothers Christmas songs have introduced me to so many Christmas songs I didn't know prior to listening to them. And I love that about it. But Shallow Gravy, Hank Venture, and Dermot Fichtel got together and decided to record a second Christmas song. Yes, a second one. We'll get to the other one later. And per creator Doc Hammer's Instagram, yes, we're referring to him again, since they recorded Jacket, which is their single, Dermot has learned guitar, Helper has learned to drum girl style, and Hank bought a fuzz box. So, while this song is in fact a banger, and provides something that is more heavy as heck, it is not my favorite. It just isn't. It's a weird song that I just never got into overly much. And it's not that I don't love it, it just doesn't quite have the charm of the others. And that's what a lot of this is going to be, is it doesn't have the charm as much throughout the list. But it's still a phenomenal song, and we even get a little glimpse of the recording, that it's a recording, because we hear Billy Quizboy and Pete White comment on it after. And one of my favorite things is that when this dropped, and the first time I'm listening to it, I was sitting across from my dad at his desk at home. He has a huge desk. And we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, this is a real banger, because I say that a lot. And lo and behold, that's something that gets said by Pete White at the end. Wow, guys, or well, fellas, it's a real banger. And we laughed, and it's phenomenal for me. Anyway, moving on. Little tangent, sorry. Number 11 is Shallow Gravy Fan Come Christmas from 2010. It's repetitive in the same vein that Jacket just repeats different kind of jackets. This reminds us that Christmas time is, in fact, here again. And it's been around since you know when. As well as giving us a spelling lesson with O-U-T spelling out. Now this is also featuring Season's Greetings from the likes of Billy Quizboy, Pete White, Colonel Gentleman, 21, Gary, The Ghost of 24, Colonel Hunter Gathers, and Shore Leave. Now, this is an almost 7-minute runtime where the song ends after like the 2-minute mark. It's mostly just Season's Greetings, followed by random stories that I think are related to pop culture, things that I don't know, but I'm not sure because I don't know. And a reading of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. So the reason it kind of lands here is it's just a little bit long for me. It kind of just drags on, but I do love getting to hear all the different characters as well. At number 10, Fairy Tale of New York from 2007. The Monarch and Dr. Girlfriend, they are not married at this time yet, serenade us with a duet of Fairy Tale of New York. Now, I like their version much better than the original version, but there's a version of that I like even more, which is the version from Flacco Lorenzo's new Christmas album, which I will do a video about later. I just have not finished listening. Like, I've listened to it all, but I haven't thought my thoughts out yet, so that's why it's not done yet. Anyway, between the deep darkness of, not darkness, probably raspiness is probably a better word there, of Dr. Girlfriend, and the super high-pitchedness of the Monarch, it blends really well. It's one that my father and I always enjoy doing, where he serenades his Dr. Girlfriend because he has a deeper voice, and I do the worst Monarch impression you probably have ever thought of hearing, if you've ever heard the voice. If you are still watching this video, you probably have, and I love you because the Venture Brothers is literally the best thing that ever happened to anybody ever. It's a bit lacking in some of the fun, per se, with it only being this song. And there's enough songs of the two of them that this one just kind of feels a little lackluster in comparison. So, moving right along. At number 9, we have Peril of the Bells from 2022. A unique arch possesses the Monarch 21 and Dr. Mrs. the Monarch to Ventec Tower for a carol for the Ventures. But it's not just any carol, it's an arch carol. See, the lyrics follow the pattern of Carol of the Bells, and the phrases, but include phrases such as, "You are all jerks, die, venture, die," "This Christmas song will haunt your dreams," "Monarchs are cool, no, not the bug, I mean the guy," and "We dropped a crude dump in your pool." Which, if you didn't know, happens in the series. It's deeply canonical, and if you don't know, you won't get it, and I'm sorry I cannot explain further. But with harmony, any choir would be jealous of. It truly is a beautiful number. And rather than actually performing it in front of the other benchers, it's mainly just Sergeant Hatred, but nonetheless, a beautiful arch attempt. Nonetheless. And again, it's one that you cannot really stand alone. You have to have some of the lore, which a lot of them do. You need some lore. But a lot of it kind of lies, and I just haven't learned all the words yet, and so it's not as fun because my dad doesn't know all the words yet either, and it just isn't as fun for us to sing, personally. But we still have plenty more to go to, and I lost count of where I'm at. I was at number 9. Okay. Right. Yeah. Cool. Merry Xmas, everybody, 2023. Now, this Slade cover lands here because it features characters that are often just guests or not ever mentioned at all. And that is Pete, Billy, Rose, Billy's mom, Colonel Gentleman, and Action Man providing the vocals on this bop. See, it's a very fun and very different, as most of these characters were never featured before. And I very much enjoy it. It's super fun to listen to them and have that interaction, and it just is a very heartwarming kind of a song. And it's a very upbeat, it's very fun, and it gives exactly what you want from Venture Brothers Christmas. Upbeat and fun. Number 7 is The Misers from 2015. Another duo we never expected to get a single from is Dragoon and Red Mantle, serenading us with this duet. With Heat Miser, Dragoon, and Snow Miser, Red Mantle, performing these vocals so beautifully done, it's very fun to listen to and it's very fun to imitate, as me and my dad have done. I believe it's one of his top favorites. It's just not mine, but it's still amazing. And once I get to the top 5, hopefully I kind of make clear why I'm placing this one here, but I don't know if I do. I'm not very good at talking. I'm very good at talking. I'm not very good at making sense. So, you know. Coming in at number 6 is Last Christmas from 2019. Yes, as a gift for the alchemist, Shore Leave, with the help of Shallow Gravy, gives us this sweet, beautiful song, originally performed by Wham. An interlude tells us that Shore Leave really wants to be there for Al, but can't because he's too busy, because he was born to kick ass. And it's very heartfelt. It's a very lovely number, and we get a little background vocals from Dermot, which I really enjoy. And Shore Leave is one of my favorites, hence why this lands a little bit higher. So yeah, boom yummy, baby. Next up, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy from 2004. This is the first one that was ever released, and it truly deserves its spot in the top 5. See, they put so much effort into making it exactly like the original video with David Bowie and Bing Crosby. If you don't know, they have this whole conversation before the song actually starts, and they include that here, and they do such a phenomenal job of it. And the funniest thing for me is that my dad didn't actually know that that was part of the song. And so only a couple years ago did he learn that. And it's been very fun to, like, talk to him about it because he finds it even better now that he knows that. But it just goes hard. We go hard. It goes hard. It's one of our favorites. I love it so much. I love singing it in the car. Absolutely making people's ears bleed at my attempts to hit those high notes that the Monarch is able to hit because I have a deeper voice when I sing. And yeah, it just reminds us we must truly force every child to care. Number 4 is Venture Aid, 2006, obviously from 2006. What sets it apart for me is that it features more than just the characters voiced by Doc and Jackson. Normally they kind of do it when they have time, so we don't get a lot of the other ones in there. But in this one, we get Rusty, who is voiced by James Urbaniak, Dr. Orpheus, who is voiced by Steve Rattazzi, Dean, who is voiced by Michael St. Nicholas, hopefully I pronounced that correctly, and Phantom Limb, who is also voiced by James Urbaniak, all coming together to record, similar to when the song was originally, and it's just a bunch of pops or famous musicians or singers singing a song. Nothing makes me happier Then not only hearing the ad-libbed "Oh No" by Dr. Venture after the line, "And there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time," but also the "Thanks God" from Dean following, "Well, tonight, thank God it's them instead of you." Now, they go hard. We go hard. It's fun to try and do the voices of different characters that we don't normally get to do. And it's just such a phenomenal one for me. Number 3. Yes, we're breaking into the top 3. Not only are we getting the Monarch in 21, but we also get the infamous Pupa twins, Tim Tom and Kevin. Now, as a gift to Dr. Mrs. the Monarch has decided to have his loyalist henchmen and the Pupa twins perform the Chipmunk song from Alvin and the Chipmunks for Christmas. And 21 was not in the mood for this one. See, his friend had just died. This is something he used to do with him. It was so heartbreaking in a way to know that this is directly after that happened. But they start arguing about how a Christmas song is not a good gift. And blah, blah, blah. How awful 24 or 21 is sounding. Where Tim, Tom, and Kevin are loving Christmas machines. But they finish the song despite the argument. And 21 decides he's just done and leaves. He's ready to be done with it. He leaves. With the Monarch mocking him as he's leaving. Saying things such as asking if he's had too much cheese wheel and if he's got the diarrhea because of it. Yes, this is a heartfelt number for me and my dad. Number 2. This is one my dad would place at number 1, and it's Wonderful Christmas Time from 2008. 21 and 24 are just beautiful in this one. Not only boasting being written for henchmen, but also being the best song ever written by children. 21 and 24 decide to record this song in June. Now, 24 dies later this year for this one, and it's sad to know that, but it's a beautiful number. And they decided to record in June because they're so busy doing the Christmas sign. In fact, they say they're the busiest guys around. What with the orphanage do, the turkey raffle, Murder for Tots, the Make a Death With Foundation. But once all of that Christmas havoc is done, they're going to Cancun. They're taking the cocoon to Cancun. And truly, it's such a fun one to listen to, and not to brag, me and my dad know all of the words prior to the song, as well as the ones from the song. And it's just almost as if 21 and 24 take over our bodies as we're singing this number. Because it's just so fun. And in number 1, if you haven't guessed yet, if you are aware of the Christmas Havoc songs, then you'll know. Sorry, my cat is jumping around and knocking things down, aren't you, baby? Yes. Number 1 is Hard Candy Christmas from 2005. Yes! The Dolly Parton song from Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Hard Candy Christmas was covered. And it's one of the first ones I remember really learning all the words to. And it's still top of my list every year. My favorite one. See, even when I was a little kid, even my older brother would join in. And it was always so fun to do it in the car. See, 21 and 24 decide to go visit the Monarch when he's in prison. And it's after the breakup of him and Dr. Girlfriend. Now, they talk about how, they went to Phantom Lim's Christmas party, and the Monarch replies with saying, why should he care that they were traitors who drank eggnog on the couch where she screws her new boyfriend? But he must move on. And so, they decide to sing together this little ditty that 21 apparently learned to play on guitar at camp. It's one of the many camp songs they used to do, such as Michael Row Your Boat Ashore in this one. And this is the weird one and the stupid one, but he learned it anyway. And it's so fun to listen to 21 and 24 go back and forth on the verses and hear the Monarch just belt out during the chorus. Again, attempting to even come close to the beauty that is the Monarch singing this. I do my very best at it. Also filling in for 21, during the verses. It just shines to me the most. It's beyond a masterpiece, and it's what truly made me fall in love with Christmas songs in general, but also the Venture Brothers Christmas songs. Now, that's the list. I hope you enjoyed listening to me talk about these. I'm trying to I'm contemplating trying to work on making a video just kind of talking about the Venture Brothers in general, but I'm not sure yet how I'm going to approach that because there's so much to it. But I hope this kind of has piqued your interest. I hope you guys are loving it, and I hope to every being that could possibly be out there, there is a new one this year. Yes, I do. I truly do. But what do you guys think? Have you heard the Christmas songs? What are your favorites? Do you like the Venture Brothers? If so, we should totally talk about it more because I love talking about it and no one knows what it is. Yeah. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. I hope you guys are just enjoying yourselves in general right now. I know it can be very stressful for people and it can be a really bad time of year for some people. Not everybody's into the holiday spirit. Sometimes they have more issues with it, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like. I plan to get the Flocka video done here as soon as I can. Like I said, I just haven't had time to really put down my thoughts on it. I didn't actually think I would get this one out before the other one, but, you know, here I am anyway. I'm going to move here somewhat. But, yeah. Also, I just want to say that I made a video about Marilyn Manson's new album recently, and I am thinking about doing a video kind of dissecting each song because I really think that would be fun. But I got my vinyl box set, and I have these beautiful art prints hanging behind me now. Aren't they pretty? I love them. They're creepy, and I love it. Also, I got a poster put up over there. It's Garth Marenghi's Dark Place. If you know what that is, I love you. We should talk about that. Yeah. Also, my Orpheus is right here. He'd like to say hi. Would you like to say hi? He'd like to say hi. Yes.